So for lots of you, the hardest thing about creating video content is the execution of the video itself, right? And I get it. Filming and editing your video can seem super overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. In this video, I'm going to show you how I film some of my YouTube content with just my phone and a free tool called iMovie. After this step-by-step tutorial, you are going to be able to create amazing video content by yourself. Now, before we get started, I want to make sure you have all the tools you need to set yourself up for success when it comes to video. So please make sure to click the link below this video to download my free video resource guide. Inside, you're going to see all the different softwares that I use, as well as all the tools that I'm going to be talking about in this video that you're going to need to use to create video content. So first, let's start with the filming process. When you're just starting out with your video journey, your phone is perfectly fine. The cameras on phones nowadays are so good that there's no reason to run out and blow your budget on an expensive camera. Now, if you do have a budget for more professional equipment than we're going to talk about in this video, that resource below also outlines some of those options for you as well. But for the purposes of this video, let's go through what you're going to need to get started with video using your phone. So whenever you're creating video content, there is 3 different elements that you need to take into consideration. The first one is the video itself. So whether you're using your phone, your camera, or a video or something like that. The next is your source of audio. So what kind of mic are you going to be using? And the third is your lighting. So in today's video, let's talk about the more affordable options for your phone. So we already figured out that obviously we're using our phone, so that's the video portion of things. But when it comes to the audio, all you really need is a cheap wired mic, just like this one here. Now, this is the Power DY's corded mic, and it's super affordable for you to purchase on Amazon. And I'll make sure to link it in the description below this video as well for you. So this is a really affordable option and super easy for you to use. I just have a little converter added on to it right now that's going to be able to hook into my actual phone. So the regular cord that it comes with just looks like this. And this would be fine if you had an older version of your phone, but because mine is the newer iPhone, I need to have this little converter piece added on. So that's all you need there. All you're gonna do is you're going to plug it into the bottom of your phone like this. Take the cord and you wanna put it up your shirt to hide it from the video, and then just clip it on to your shirt or your collar, whatever you're using, and so that it's a short distance from your mouth so it can actually pick up the audio. The next thing that you're going to need is some sort of tripod or thing to keep your phone balanced, right? And this is a really affordable option for you as well. And it's just a simple tripod from Amazon as well. It can sit on your desktop and it can also go longer to stand on the ground as well. Now, what I love so much about this tripod is that it has this little adapter on it. I don't know if you can see it or not here, but it actually allows you to put your phone in vertically or horizontally. And it's able to, with this little toggle here, it's actually able to rotate to however you want it, if you can see there. The other thing I really like about this tripod is that it has a remote that comes with it, which means that when you're videoing yourself and your tripod is quite far away from you, you can actually just use the remote to stop and play your phone, and so you don't have to keep getting up from recording your video, which if you're doing it all by yourself can save you a ton of time. Finally, the last thing that you want to think about is your lighting. Now, when you're first getting started with your phone, you can actually just use window light, and that is perfectly fine. What you're going to want to do is set up your tripod in front of the window, so you're facing the window and the light is shining onto your face. That's gonna give you a really nice bright background. But if you do want to use some more professional lighting in your videos, I do have a couple of great lighting options for you that I'll make sure to link in the description below this video. So this is what your finished phone setup is going to look like. You're gonna have your phone on there, you're going to have your wired mic plugged in onto your tripod, and you're going to be videoing like this. You can also pull this part out so that it can actually sit on a table, or you can keep it like this and actually film yourself vlog style if you wanted to as well. By having a handle like this that you're holding onto, it actually makes sure that your video is more steady than if you were just holding your phone normally. So that's the kind of setup for filming using your phone. Once you have finished the filming process of your video, you're going to need to upload your video from your phone to your computer so you can then drop it into iMovie to start the editing process. Now let's jump on over to my computer so I can show you a step-by-step tutorial of how I edit the video.
Okay, so when you first open up iMovie, you're going to see a screen like this where you can pick from previous projects or you can create a new project. So we're going to create a new project inside of iMovie. I'm going to say movie, and you can choose wherever you want to save it to. So I currently have 2, but you can just pick whichever working library you want. Once iMovie opens up a new project for you, this is what your dashboard is going to look like. So what I like to do is just hit here, go import media, and you want to locate your file. So I just put it onto my desktop here for now, and I'm going to import selected into there. So this is where your media is going to be held. So all of your audio, all of your design files, everything is going to go up into here into my media. To get it into the timeline to start editing, all you're going to do is either drag and drop it in, or you could hit this little plus sign there. But I'm just going to drag and drop it in. So this is my full audio clip. When it first gets dragged into iMovie, it's going to be quite small. So if you come over to the right-hand side here, there is this scroll bar here to enlarge your file. So when I first get started editing a video, I like to keep it about halfway opened up so that I can see what I'm working with when I'm editing. So the first thing that I do when editing a video is I like to go through and delete out any parts of the video where I might have made a mistake or I might have been saying or anything like that. So as you can see here, the best way to do that is to look at the actual audio part of the video, which is this part down here. So you can see the waveforms here. There's nothing here because I wasn't talking, and then I start talking here. So if I actually click on the file, you can go Command B to split the clip as a shortcut, or you can right click on the side here and say split clip. Or you can do it the really old-fashioned way and come up to the top here and go modify split clip. So those are some different options for you on splitting a clip. I personally prefer Command B because it is the fastest way when editing. So now that this part's done there, I can just hit the delete key and it's going to delete that. Now I'm going to go through the video here and edit out all of the parts of the video where I am messing up or breathing. Okay, so now that I've gone through and edited out all of the pieces of the video where I'm messing up or anything like that, and we have one clean cut version, the next thing we want to do is we want to color grade or make sure that the coloring of the video matches our branding. So for myself, I like to keep my videos really bright and airy. So I want to make sure that I kind of take any of the warmth out of the coloring here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this video here. I'm going to go up to the top where there's this little color palette here. And they give me some options to play around with. So if I kind of start dragging this guy up, you'll see that it starts to brighten quite a bit here. So I'm going to add a little bit more brightness to this. I'm going to kind of play around with it until I get it to where I want it to be. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to make it a little bit cooler because it looks a little warm right now. So I'm going to pull this guy over into the blue section a little bit more. And you can see that if I kind of start playing around, it'll give me a bunch of different options. I'm going to pull this guy a bit more. Play with the contrast a little bit there. And don't quite want it that blue. A little brighter there. And like you can see, I can play around with it. And if you go back down here, you'll see the difference between the two when you scroll. So now I have this one clip edited and I want to make sure that all of them match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to the right here and make this as small as possible. so I can see all of the clips in the one timeline. Then I'm going to go Command C, or you can go up and go File. Sorry, you can go up and go Edit, Copy. I'm going to highlight the rest of them here, and I'm going to go up and go Edit, Paste Adjustments, and go Color Correction. Now this is going to apply the same color correction from this first one onto all of the different clips. So it's a nice little time-saving hack there for you. The next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add the graphics into this file. So again, I'm going to drag and drop all of the video graphics into my media here. So I am going to start adding them onto the different areas of the video where I'm talking about it. So for example, this guy where I'm saying download my free marketing resource cheat sheet, I am going to come over into the very beginning over here and add that in to where I say it.
Won't do your business any good. You need to have a video.
So let's go find the spot where I say that.
Here we talk lots about how video is so important for your business in 2020. But just having a standalone video won't do your business any good. You need to have a video marketing strategy in place that incorporates more than just your video. So in this video, how to use social media, specifically Instagram, as part of your strategy to generate more leads, views, and customers. Before we get started, make sure to check out my market.
Okay, so there's where I say it. So I'm gonna drag this over here, and
before we get started, make sure to check out.
As you can see, it's kind of covering my face right now. So I'm gonna click on that element, come up to the top here, where it says, we're on the very end where it's almost like this double picture here. And instead of cutaway, I'm gonna go picture in picture. What that's gonna do is it's just gonna create another picture over top of the picture that's already there. So I can make it bigger here, and I can move it wherever I want on the frame here. So that's perfect right there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little toggles on the side to drag it in so that it fades in and out of the shot. So let's give that a whirl and see what happens.
Before we get started, make sure to check out my marketing tools cheat sheet below. This will make sure you are...
So as you can see, it faded in and out of the scene, which is perfect. So I'm going to go through here and add the rest of the graphics to this video file. Okay, so now that I have all the graphics added to this video file, the next thing I need to do is add the YouTube end card. So the YouTube end card is what is going to be shown at the very end of the video for YouTube to recommend to watch the next video or subscribe to my channel. So I'm going to drag and drop mine to the very end there, and I've created this template already ready to go.
Catch you next time.
So there we go, we have that going in there. If I want to add a little bit of a transition so that it blends from the video to the end card, I can come up to the very top here where it says transitions and play around with some different ones. One of my favorite ones is cross dissolve. So I'm just going to kind of drag and drop that in between there, and let's give that a whirl.
Notified for future videos. Catch you next time.
So do you see how it kind of dissolves into the next image, which is perfect. So I'm going to keep this, make this a little bit shorter. I don't want it to be quite that long. 22 seconds is probably good. So now that we have that in there, we now want to add some music, some background music into this video. So I'm going to come up to audio here, and I have a whole bunch of different royalty-free music added into my iMovie already. But if you want to add your own royalty-free music, you can go to epidemicmusic.com, and I'll link that in the description below. But you can sign up for their free service to download a whole bunch of royalty-free music that will actually be allowed on YouTube. So I'm going to go here and just use this one for an example and drag and drop that down. Now you can see that this is the volume of the file, and if I played it,
Video is great.
It's going to be really, really loud. So I want to make sure that's a little bit lower so that it's not overpowering my voice. So I'm going to go down to about 2 or 3%, and let's see what that sounds like.
Video is great. You'll hear me talk lots about how video is so important for your business in 2020.
Awesome. So we can add that in there. Now, as you can see at the very end here, it's a little bit longer than the actual video. So if I want to cap that off, I'm just going to click on here and go Command B to split the clip. And then you can just drag this over so that it matches to the end of your end card there. And if you wanted it to be louder at the end of your video, like kind of go up in volume, what you can do is you can drag this little guy over here and drag this one up so that it's, at 25%, and then drag this one in again. So what it's going to do is it's going to go up in volume and then back down in volume. So let's check that out.
Videos. Catch you next time.
So do you see how it went up in volume and then down? So that's exactly what we want there. So now we have our clips edited, we have our graphics added, and we have our music added. So if this is all you wanted to do to the video, it's a very simple edit, very fast and simple edit using iMovie, you can come up to the top here and hit export, export file, and name your file. So how to drive traffic to YouTube. And then you want to keep it as video audio. Resolution 1080p is good. Best is the one to choose for quality, and compression, better quality. And then you're just going to go next. And now you're going to save it to wherever you want to save it onto your desktop.
So that's it. How to film a video with your phone and then edit it in iMovie. I would love to know, what is your favorite editing software? Let me know in the comments below this video. Now that you have completed your YouTube video all on your own, how would you like to learn how to repurpose that video into multiple pieces of content that can then be repurposed across all of your different social media channels? Well, I hope you're saying yes, because repurposing content is the best way to work smarter, not harder. So I would love for you to check out last week's video all about how to repurpose one video into multiple pieces of content for the week. I'll make sure to link it in the YouTube cards above this video. Now, if you found this video valuable, please make sure to hit that like button, share it on your social media, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.